Hello and welcome to the podcast for education. Taking us through mathematics is Quinn, and today she'll be treating on the topic non-dynamic additions of numbers.
Hello learners, I'm Miss Quinn. I'll be your math teacher for today and I'll be teaching Primary 1. So sit back and relax while we learn. Our topic for today is non-dynamic addition of numbers using the expansion method. Now, when I say non-dynamic addition, I mean addition without regrouping. Some people call it addition without carrying or borrowing, meaning that addition is just straight up and simple. Before we go ahead, let's look at words we can use in place of addition. Words like plus, sum, combine, add up, put together, and many more. All these words simply means addition. So in word problems, if you see any of these words, it shows that the question needs you to add up. Now let's go to what we have to learn today. Non-dynamic addition using expansion method. For us to use the expansion method while adding up, we have 3 steps to go. First, you expand your numbers. Second, you add across. And the last step, you add downwards. Now, let's talk about place values of numbers before we start our addition process. What's the value of the digits in 326? The value of 3 is 300. The value of 2 is 20, which is 2 tens. And the value of 6 is 6 ones, which is 6. So, 326 written in an expanded form is 300 plus 20 plus 6. Again, what's the place value of the digits in 842? The value of 8 is 800, the value of 4 is 4 tens, and that's 40, and the value of 2 is 2 ones, and that's 2. So, 842 written in an expanded form is 800 plus 40 plus 2. Now let's move on and try to add numbers using the expanded form. Let's add up 235 and 362. Again, add up 235 and 362. First step, we're going to expand our numbers. 235 is written as 200 plus 3 tens or 30 plus 5. Also, 362 is written as 300 plus 60 plus 2. Once we've expanded our numbers, the next step is to add across. Add across. Add all the hundreds together, then you add all the tens together, and then you add the units together. Now, let's add up the hundreds. We have 200, and then we have 300. That gives us 500. Now, let's add the tens together. We have 3 tens and 6 tens. Or we say 30 and 60. That gives us 90. It gives us 9 tens, and that's 90. Amazing! Now, let's add the units or ones together. We have 5 ones plus 2 ones, and that gives us 7. Beautiful! Then you add down. That's our last step. So let's add all these numbers together. So 500 plus 90 plus 7 gives us 597. 597. Okay, now let's look at another example here. 431 plus 125. Remember our first step. We're going to expand our numbers. 431. That gives us 400 plus 3 tens, or we say 30, plus 1. And our second figure, we have 125. That's 100 plus 2 tens, or 20, plus 5. Once we've expanded our numbers, the next step is to add across. Add all the hundreds together. 400 plus 100, that gives us 500. Add all the tens, that's 30 plus 20, which is 50. Amazing. Also the units or the ones together. Just 1, and then 5 ones, and that gives us 6. Beautiful. Then you add down. So let's add all these numbers together. 500 plus 50 plus 6 gives us 556. 556. I'm super excited you've learned how to add up your numbers using the expansion method. I'm sure you're excited too. Keep practicing your addition. Keep flexing your math muscles. I'll see you in the next class. Till then, bye for now.
Thank you for listening to today's edition of the Podcast for Education here on Africa Business Radio. Remember, for feedbacks, you can hit us up across our social media platforms: Instagram, Facebook at Africa Business Radio, Twitter at Africa Biz Radio. Re-listen to this particular episode or any other educational podcast on our podcast channel at www.africabusinessradio. Until next time, have a great one.